You're a landlocked country. You can't send warships to us. We discussed this last episode. Just talking to the Moldovan Prime Minister. No, it wasn't a draw. The second leg was a draw, but we won on aggregate because that's how football works, mate. Look, stop crying and just get on with your life. No, actually, you download the OneFootball app and you can keep up to date with all of our latest scores. Yeah, OneFootball is the best football app out there. It is. And you can keep up to date with all the international stuff as well. So if you want to follow the Moldovan national team, I don't know why you would, because they're rubbish, just like you, mate. But you can do on the OneFootball app, as well as every other international team out there and all of the latest scores from the latest games in international football. Yep, and you can also keep up to date with all of your players as well. And then sack them if you need to, because they're rubbish. But you might as well do that anyway, because they're all rubbish, because you lost to us. But yes, that would be fantastic if you could download the OneFootball app from the top line of the description. Yeah, that would be great. Cheers, mate. Moldovan Prime Minister, everyone. He's having a go at me for beating him. He's a crybaby. Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks and welcome to the bonus episode for this week. I did say to you guys, if you get 200 likes on Friday's episode, then we'll get an episode out for lunchtime today. And, well, you guys smashed it. So welcome back. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode. I know I am. It's the Europa League Group Stage. We're in it. And today we've got Dynamo Kiev away from home, as well as Hamilton in the Scottish Premier League. First things first, would massively appreciate it if you guys could drop a like on today's video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So, since you guys were last here, we have played 2 games in the Scottish Premiership. We drew 1-1 with Hearts, which was not quite ideal. They're a newly promoted side from last season, but they have had a good start to the season, so it's not the worst result in the world. We didn't lose, obviously, but we don't want to have too many draws this season like we did last season. Luckily for us, though, we did bounce back with a win against Ross County. 2-1 with Brooks Lennon and Anthony Gordon on the score sheet in that game. What you will notice is that our strikers are not really scoring so far this season. I'm getting just a little concerned that if we can find them, there they are. Shankland's only got 4 goals and 3 of them came in one game. And Canberra's only got 3 goals so far this season, but he does have 4 assists, so his goal contributions aren't that bad. What it means for the league table is that we are second right now behind Celtic, who won both of their games off camera, so congratulations to them. Obviously, our Europa League group, no one's played anything yet, but today's game against Dynamo Kiev is a huge one. I back us to beat APOEL from Cyprus. If we want to qualify for the later stages of the Europa League, we've got to be picking up a result against Dynamo Kiev, because there's no way I don't think we're going to be beating Arsenal. So we've got to do our best today to get a result. So this is the team, and it's basically the same team that we had yesterday. I think this is kind of my best 11, although there are a few players that I'm umming and ahhing over a little bit. We've got Lewis in goal with a backline of Davis, McIntyre, Hoban and Laird. Lennon, Ferguson and Campbell in the middle of the park. Now, Campbell and Ross McCrory, I am getting a little bit, I don't know who's better, essentially. They're very, very similar players with very similar attributes, and they are interchangeable. I feel like because we spent £1.3 million on Campbell, we kind of have to play him. But let's give McCrory a go today. Let's see how he does. Just in front of him on the left-hand side is Gordon, who's our current top goal scorer this season with 7 goals. But do remember that 4 of those came in one game as well. So I feel like we are down a little bit on the goals. But, you know, there's plenty of time to go this season to rectify that. And then, of course, up front there's Canberra and Shankland. So kickoff is upon us here today, which is very exciting. Now, what we've seen so far this season in Europe is that away from home, we aren't brilliant. At home, we are fantastic. We're a free-scoring team at home, but away from home, like we're playing today, we haven't been doing great. We lost to Rapid Vienna and we drew with Sheriff, and I feel like Dynamo Kiev at home are going to be much better than us. Obviously, it's a long trip over to Ukraine from Scotland. The players will be tired. It's an unfamiliar territory, and I think this team of Dynamo Kiev, I think they probably are just a little bit better than us, and they're proving that 17 minutes into this game. My dog's not happy with that one. You might be able to hear some barking in the background. She's clearly not happy that Dynamo Kiev have scored the opening goal of this game. Now, it's not a disaster, right, if we lose this game, because obviously there's still plenty of games to go in the group stage. But if we come third in the group, we drop down to the Europa Conference League, and potentially I reckon we could go quite far in that competition, further than we could do in the Europa League at least. I would like to think we could get to a quarter-final, semi-final, if we get a good draw in our favour, maybe even the final of the Europa Conference League. It just depends who's in there and who we get drawn against. But obviously, we don't want to think about that. We want to try and get as far as possible in the Europa League to boost the coefficient. I think you get more coefficient points for being in like the first knockout round of the Europa League than the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League. Half-time though, it's 1-0 down, which is not quite ideal. Let's thrash the arms. I'm far from pleased from what I have just seen out there. 45 minutes to go. I've not even looked at the match stats until now. We have dominated the match stats, apart from possession, but no one cares about that. 10 shots to 6 shots. We should be doing better, and this is what I mean. I'm not losing faith in the strikers, but I'm a little scared that they're not doing brilliantly right now. And Shankland's very frustrated, in danger of losing discipline, so let's bring him off for PK. McCrory's looking ill-disciplined as well, so let's get him off for Campbell. And Brooksland deserves a yellow card, so maybe let's get him off as well to make sure he doesn't get another one, and bring Ryan Hedges on. Maybe let's move Hedges into the attacking midfield position. I mean, there's nothing we can't lose anything by doing this, right? You know, give him a go, see what he does as a inverted winger on attack. I mean, we're already 1-0 down, right? Nothing to lose at this stage, so we may as well try and go a little bit more attacking to try and grab an equaliser or something out there. As Hedges himself on the ball out to Canberry. There's players in the middle. Can we get the ball in there? Canberry to Ferguson. Ferguson cleared. This is I think the only chance we've seen us have this game so far is PK to Gordon. Gordon to Canberry, who puts it just over the bar. Frustrating. I feel like this is going to be one of those games that is going to just get away from us. We should be doing better. We should be winning this game. We've gone a bit more attacking with all of our stances, and yet we're just not going to get anything out of it unless Ferguson's free kick finds the... Oh, you know it's not going to be your day when PK hits the crossbar from the 6-yard area. Oh dear me. If we can just grab a draw would be a great result away from home against Dynamo Kiev. As PK, the smallest man on the pitch, puts his header over the bar. We've created some good chances towards the end of this game, but it's just not falling for us, unfortunately. A free kick for Dynamo Kiev hits the post. That would have been the final nail in the coffin, but with 3 minutes of added time, Leif Davies on a 5.9. He's clearly done something very wrong in this game. Don't know what it is, but we've lost that one. That's a frustrating one, right? That's a frustrating, because there were certainly points for us available in that game. But lucky thing is, APOEL have also lost their game as well, so we're competing with them right now. But hopefully we can like sneak a point against Arsenal. Or I don't know. I'm clutching at straws here. We should have got something out of that. And as I was talking about a goal drought, Canberry vows to end his goal drought. He's not scored a goal in 8 matches for us, which is concerning to say the least. Obviously, he won't score as many goals this season as he did last season because he is our target man this season. So he's the one knocking the balls down for everyone else. He's not going to be the scorer that he was last season, but I'm still expecting him to contribute at least 10 goals or something. Oh, and the game against Hamilton's come round very quickly. I've not rested anyone. I thought it had like a week for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but players are going to be tired, so rotation might be needed. And I think PK will probably end up starting this game. I mean, Gordon's very tired, so we'll bring Hedges on for him on the left-hand side. Shankland and Canberry will swap over. And then Canberry comes off for PK. Let's bring Alan Campbell back on for McCrory. And what do we do about Leif Davies? He didn't play very well last game, but his average rating across the season's been fairly decent. Maybe we just make those couple of changes and just head into the game against Hamilton and hope for the best. I'm pretty sure the Moldovan Prime Minister is laughing right now after we lost that game, but joke's on him. We're the ones in the Europa League. He's in the Europa Conference League because that's where you go to, apparently, if you lose the qualifying round or the final playoff. Whatever it is, they've gone to the Europa Conference League. So actually, if we did lose that game against Sheriff, we would have had European football, but not the European football that we would have wanted. We want to be as high as possible to get as many coefficient points as possible for Scotland to make them the #1 league in Europe. And the first highlights of this game, well, there we go. Lawrence Shankland heard me talking about not scoring enough goals, and he's got one there. He's got his 5th of the season as the free kick comes in. It gets nodded back across the area by McIntyre, and Shankland's there at the far post just to tap it in. You love to see it. Okay, brilliant start to the game. I say start to the game. It's 33 minutes in. We've just had no highlights so far. We need to keep winning to keep up with Celtic. Rangers have had a stinker of a start to the season. 6 games played, only won 2 of them. And I think actually it's 1 win and 3 draws, I think, as opposed to 2 wins. So they're really not playing well, Rangers, and that's quite good for us, because if we can get ahead of them substantially at the start of the season, they're playing catch-up, and we might get a top 2 position to try and qualify for the Champions League next season, which would be pretty mental. In the meantime, it's Hamilton coming forward, though, which is not what you want to see. Hamilton came 5th last season. They lost in the Europa Conference League qualifying round alongside Livingston. They both lost in like the 3rd or 4th qualifying round, so just missed out on the group stage football, but hopefully they've got enough coefficient points to help us improve next season as a nation. 20 minutes to go in this game, and we can't really get the strikers working together nicely, can we? Let's get PK off this time and bring Camberi on and make him... He was an advanced... Or was he a pressing... I think he was a pressing forward last season. Let's do it again. Pressing forward for the rest of this game. Lewis Ferguson this time having a great game, so Tam McLumpher can come on instead. We'll make those 2 changes for now, with now 15 minutes left on the clock. I'd like us to get another goal for the goal difference and to just avoid the nerves of Hamilton maybe getting a last-minute equaliser. But as the clock ticks down, fingers crossed... Oh, no, it's going to come, isn't it? You hate to see it. Here come the Ackies looking for that equaliser at the end of the game. Although Hedges with a good challenge. Hedges to Shankland. Shankland is through. Shankland get it across to Cam. He's fouled. Camberi's down and he's going to take the penalty to end his goal drought. You love to see it. Okay, perfect end to the game. If he scores it, Camberi scores it. Brilliant. He's ended his goal drought. Hopefully that's him scoring plenty of goals now for the next few episodes. We're 2-0 up, 3 points on the board. Good end to the episode. So, brilliant result for us there. Very happy with that one. And I'm sorry today's episode is actually quite a short one, to be fair, but it's all I've got time for right now. It's a very busy weekend for me. We've got the Streamer Showdown on this weekend, which is why this episode's come out at lunchtime or so. I don't want this episode to clash with the actual football or the Streamer Showdown this evening. I'm on the commentary team on the Lowdown, so if you just search on Twitch, FM Streamer Showdown Lowdown, or the FM Low... I can't remember what it's called, the channel, to be fair, but you'll be able to find it. Look on Twitter and things like that. Follow me on Twitter. It's in the Discord. Everywhere. I'll post it everywhere, so come along this evening to have a watch of that. As we discussed earlier on, next episode we'll be back for the second APOEL game, which is away from home. We've got to try and get through a good chunk of games, although the Betfred Cup might mess up with that. If we beat Motherwell, I feel like we've got to do the semi-final and then hopefully the final as well. So actually, don't count on APOEL away being the next episode. We'll find out what it is soon. But thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure you do drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below. And I will see you next time on Monday. So have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Goodbye.